When I was in junior high, something happened in gym class that was to prove to be one of the most traumatic experiences in my spit and germ avoiding segment of my childhood. Simply put, I met a girl. And that girl's name was Annie. Resusci-Annie. We all have our fears in life, whether it be spiders or clowns or even seagulls. What? You seen those things? Scary. For one junior high student, his fear just happens to be germs. Resusci-Annie by Paul Feig. Annie, as I've affectionately come to know her, wasn't a girl in the standard person who's actually alive sense. No, Resusci-Annie, queen of the latex torso women, was something created by paramedics and CPR instructors to be used in the teaching of the uninitiated in the fine art of mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Annie also had one thing going for her. She was terrifying. The first traumatic thing about Annie was that she looked like a dead person. Her face was white and rubbery, her eyes were closed, her mouth was loosely open, exposing a disturbing set of rubber teeth. She also had a full mane of greasy and matted hair on top of her head. Mr. Wendell, our manly and fairly strict PE teacher, told us to gather in the center of the gym as we came out of the locker room. And as we walked over, we saw Resusci-Annie lying on the floor. Norman said, "Whoa, cool, a dead person!" Just then, a very large policeman with a big red drinker's face and a handlebar mustache walked up to us.
Hello there, gentlemen. My name is Sergeant Korn, and I'm here today to demonstrate to you the proper way to administer the life-saving technique of mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Mr. Wendell, I think it's against my religion to do stuff like this.
Feig, I don't care if you're the Pope. You're gonna have to do this, so you might as well just get in line.
I watched kid after kid after kid kneel down in front of her. And I was getting closer. And now I noticed the kid directly in front of me was Doug Blachek, our school's most infamous mentally retarded kid. I mean, he was a nice enough guy if you met him in the hallway, but he had extremely large and droopy lips that constantly seemed to be soaked with saliva. Doug turned and gave me a big and wet smile. My life started to flash before my eyes. Doug took a loud, deep breath as if he were preparing to jump into the ocean to dive for pearls. And then I saw his back rise and fall several times as he tried to revive the lifeless rubber doll on the floor. I looked down, and there she was, Annie, her face soaked. Sergeant Korn put his hand on Doug's shoulder and said loudly, as if Doug were deaf,
Okay, that's fine, young man. You saved her.
Doug stood up and threw his arms in the air as if he had just won the 100-yard dash. And I just stood there, staring. Maybe if I threw up all over, I wouldn't have to do it. But in the background, I heard Mr. Wendell barking,
Come on, Feig. What's the matter with you? Get a move on.
And then it hit me. Faint. Oh, save him! It was Doug. New panic set in as I heard him stomp toward me to deliver his newly learned kiss of life. I was nanoseconds away from blowing my cover and screaming and running away when I heard Mr. Wendell saving me as he quickly grabbed Doug by the arm. Sergeant Korn stepped forward and looked me over.
You said he coughed. He must have choked. Everybody step back.
And with that, Sergeant Korn stuck his fingers in my mouth, pinched my nose, and kissed me. I was homesick for 3 days. To this day, whenever I hear the name Annie, I cringe.